It's a good ball played in for Tony Morley. Oh, he missed it! It is! Peekaboo! Villa in the lead!
Good evening, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to the Villa Forever podcast. I am your host, Chad Williams. Please subscribe. Help me to the road to 2K, and you can follow me on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon Music. Let's spread awareness of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. This evening, I'm joined by my special guest, Rich Amponsah, who is from the Eagle Eye Football fan channel. This is the match preview. After Aston Villa's last-minute defeat to Manchester City, Aston Villa need to bounce back. On Saturday, can Unai Emery get the better of Oliver Glasner? This is the pre-match talk show. Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. On Saturday, it's a 5:15 p.m. kickoff. This is a huge opportunity for Aston Villa. Both teams go to Wembley, but a place in the FA Cup final is on the line. Great to have you on the show, Rich. How are you?
So just on mute. Yeah, I'm doing great. I don't know where the sun's creeped from. I was looking around like, what's happened to my face? Now I'm doing good, thank you. As I'm going to adjust a bit. Hold on. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, not doing well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me on. It's an absolute honor. It's an absolute honor, Chad. And yeah, let's just say I'm nervous for Saturday's game. Very nervous, but also excited. It's a great opportunity for both clubs.
Well, I bet after last night, I bet you must be very pleased with the Arsenal result.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
That must give you a big lift.
Yeah, I was very surprised at how we still played a fairly strong side, knowing that we've got this game in a couple of days. But I think it was more the attitude and application from the players was incredible. It's a game that we actually should have won based on the chances created. You know, so I'm just hoping we haven't thrown all our chips in that game yesterday, and we.
Well, if you won, you would have Liverpool would have won the league.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, and that would have put us also 2 points behind. Is it Bournemouth, who are in the 8th place at the moment. You know, so it's football's a funny game. It's a funny game, but in all honesty, the big game is Saturday. So hopefully our players turn up.
Also, what a goal by Mateta. The way he knocked David Raya, that was a brilliant finish.
It was. It's interesting to hear Glasner speak about it after the game. He said that he had told the players, look, David Raya spends a lot of time outside of his area or outside his own or off his line. And he said, look, Adam Wharton tried it in the first half, it got blocked. Then he missed the opportunity to try it, but JP did it. So it's something obviously they've identified, and I'm glad they worked on it. And same with even Eberechi's volley from the corner. He said that, listen, they tend to drop into the 6-yard box. So just hang about the edge of the box. So yeah, really, really good goals we scored yesterday.
I think some of your attack, but it does worry me like some Mateta, Eze and Sarr. We need to deal with those on Saturday.
Yeah, we're hoping I think we'll probably play a counter-attacking sort of game. But at the same time, we've got to be fearful of your threats. Rodgers, Asensio, Rashford, Watkins, Tielemans.
Watkins.
And the strength and depth you've got. I think that if there's going to be anything that's a defining factor, it'll be that. Your squad depth, the strength in squad depth you have is definitely far superior to ours. So if we're going to win this game, we have to kill it off in 90. If it goes to extra time, I don't think we'll have the legs.
Good is if Aston Villa, if we play to our best, we will win this game. If we play to our best. I think it's on mute. I think.
Yeah, so repeat that. The internet lagged a bit. Sorry, go again.
Yeah. I was going to say. I'm just going to. You get the question there first. So like, it was going back to like dealing with like your front three. Well, to think, and their strength and our strength and depth are probably better than the likes of Newcastle's.
Yeah, you can see that in the game you had against them the other day. You were phenomenal. Like, I mean, I think Newcastle came out and said, "Oh, we were a bit tired. We had 3 games in a week," but quite a few teams have had 3 games in a week. We've got
Yeah.
back-to-back 3 games in a week, so it's a bit of an excuse from Newcastle. I just think they're trying to not give you the credit you deserve that game. You were brilliant.
And I think that at Wembley, if we play to our best, I think we'll beat you. I think as long as we play to our best.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, it's going to be a very tough game for us. We've just got to try and keep in the game as best as possible. Don't give any silly goals away. It's a cup game. It's a one-off game. You know,
Yeah.
it could literally go either way. But
And
yeah,
Oliver Glasner, he's done a great job in Crystal Palace.
yeah, he's been sensational since he stepped in. Even like when he had the rough start this season, and that's because players were tired from international duties and like some were calling for him to be sacked. I'm like, what do you mean sack him? Like, and the turnaround he's had has been phenomenal. So all credit to him.
Well, he's very underrated, though, I think.
Well, I think he's getting the ratings now. I believe Tottenham are in for him.
Wow.
RB Leipzig are interested. There's even rumours that Xabi Alonso might be going to Real Madrid. So Leverkusen will be looking for a manager. So I just hope these rumours go away because he's doing a great job for us.
Well, let's talk about midweek action then. So, what was your thoughts on the Man City and Aston Villa game?
I think it was a tale of two halves. I think you dominated that first half, and it was just odd because you went behind when you kind of like a gate, you know. But I think you could have easily got 2 or 3 goals in that first half. Second half, I think City's dominance showed in the second half, but I think you're still good enough to at least get a point there. It just took a little moment of brilliance from Doku. I think Disasi will be a bit disappointed with how he defended it, you know.
Well, it's Disasi, like, he didn't have the pace to catch up with Doku. There's no way that he was going to stop Doku.
Yeah. And I think also on the back post, Digne needs to be a little bit more alert at the back post.
And Paul Torres.
Yeah. And I think that's what someone had mentioned, that I think Digne expected Torres to clear it. But as a defender, you've got to still be alert just in case they don't clear it, you know.
I'll tell you what, Man City, if you do that, they punish you.
No, absolutely.
And I think the Premier League now, I think Villa need to win on their remaining games to have any chance getting Champions League football now.
Yeah. Could I ask you a question, Chad?
Yeah.
What's more important for you as a club? Is it getting in the Champions League or winning the FA Cup? Now, granted, the trophy is important, but if from what I've read, if you don't make the Champions League, there could be PSR worries next season. Is that true?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I personally think, financially, obviously, the Champions League obviously would be great, but as in memories, I actually think it would be nice to win a trophy. Because in like Emery's, like, you can tick everything off the list. Obviously, I want us to get Champions League football. But if we don't, I like us to win a trophy.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. It'll be a shame if you get caught up on PSR trouble, because I think you've done things the right way as a club.
Oh, yeah, we have.
You know? So, yeah, like you getting into the Champions League, like, it was like, it's kind of like it's given us hope. We're obviously financially we're miles apart, but you've kind of broken that
Yeah.
monopoly of the so-called
Well,
yourself and
not to
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah,
Villa, then hopefully maybe Forest might be up there as well.
exactly that. So it's going to give hopes to the so-called previous like mid-table teams to kick on.
I think with Villa, I think it was a damaging blow against Man City. But I think defensively, we've been poor all season defensively. Look, I think the goal difference, that's what worries me as well. Because
Well, hopefully we can
even
take advantage.
Martinez, not to blame it on one player, but I think Emi Martinez, I think he's made a few questionable errors. Look, I think last year, he looked shaky against Man City. And I think the first goal that we conceded, Martinez should have done better.
Yeah, I agree.
He sort of should have just pushed it away
Yeah,
instead of at the side of the net, instead.
no, I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
And I think that, at the end of the season, I think defensively, it could cost us. And you look back at some of the guys that we played at the start of the season, we dropped a few points against other teams as well, not dropping points.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm worried about Martinez absolutely having an absolute blinder against us. I'm hoping. I'm hoping Olsen comes back in goal just for this one game.
But yeah, the other thing,
But
going back to the Man City game, I think substitutions should have been made earlier, I think, as well. So, I mean, Ollie Watkins, why was he
yeah, he only
gone
played
for
what
15 minutes?
15 minutes. It wasn't. Yeah,
Yes, like before, yeah. So, all
you
look
know.
at these maybe up to 60 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I
Then bring
mean,
on.
he's not. He's clearly, obviously, not happy. He made his comments last week, and just about the amount of minutes he's getting. Whether or not Emery's had a chat with him, don't know. Or it's a shame because he's been good for you, and all of a sudden he's
The
found
thing is,
himself
when
sitting on
against
the bench.
Newcastle, he played really well against Newcastle. So I could understand why Watkins is getting frustrated.
No, absolutely. And as a striker, you want to play games.
Yeah. What Emery's doing, I think, he's doing rotation. But at least it's good for competition for places.
Yeah. And that's what could be the difference on Saturday. Your rotation.
Yeah. Yeah. And Man City, the thing is, we can't sit too deep here because Man City, we sat too deep. And the likes of Bernardo Silva and Ken De Bruyne, they got into those pockets of space, and we couldn't deal with that either.
Yeah, they're a good side. Like we played them recently ourselves at the Etihad and went 2-0 up and then collapsed. We got completely punished.
Yeah. You can't give a team like too much time on the ball.
Yeah.
And Morgan Rogers, he looked very frustrated. He sort of lost the ball too easily. He got dispossessed a few times.
Yeah. But he's a good player, though.
Well, I do like Rogers, yeah. Yeah, well, I just don't think he was just marked out the game, I think. So
Yeah, let's hope we can do that too.
I'll tell you what, though, I've been impressed with Rashford. So he played really well. He hit the post against Man City.
Yeah.
And he scored. I think I actually was signing him in the summer.
How much would it take?
I don't know actually how much, but potentially might take a wage cut, maybe. Also, if you could get Asensio as well, that would be even better.
Yeah. He's a good player.
Oh, yeah, he's class, Asensio. He shows true quality on the ball. And he's a finisher. He can finish.
Nah, he definitely can.
But I think with teams like Man City, I think, they've got the experience getting the job done. Champions League Wembley are sort of not experienced with that yet. But it will happen over time, I think.
Yeah, when you keep playing against better teams than the quality you've been playing against recently, especially the Champions League, you're going to get better at being able to navigate these sort of games.
Yeah, that's it. We just need to bounce back. But I do think we could win all our games, especially in the Premier League. I think it's doable. But we have to rely on other results as well.
Right.
That's what needs to go away as we go to the next period. Well, so we're going to talk about the FA Cup so far then. So what do you expect from Saturday?
Me to be bricking it. I expect Villa to have more of the ball, to be honest. I reckon we're going to aim to just try and limit the amount of space that Rashford can run in behind us.
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if we deploy somewhat of a low block, maybe low to mid,
Yeah.
and try and hit you on the counter. However, if you have a goal kick and you play short, then what I'm expecting us to do is to make sure that we stop Pau Torres playing out from the back, but let Konsa do it because Konsa's not as good playing out from the back as Torres is.
That's going to ask you go. I mean, hopefully it's a better performance than it was at Selhurst. I think it will be, but we have to be a lot better defensively.
Yeah, but to be honest, I think Emery made a mistake in trying to match our formation.
That was it,
It's not something that you're used to, so we were able to capitalize on that. I don't think he'll do that again.
No, also, I don't think Watkins will start. I think we need him on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll be surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah. Does it? Yeah, me too. Another thing, I'm really looking forward to the atmosphere as well. Because you've got both nice fan bases, really.
Yeah, and it's a complete sellout as well. Yeah. So it's going to be incredible.
Is it 35,000 each? Is it, or is it?
Yeah, so I think initially it was 35,000 each, which takes it up to 70, and then you got like sponsorships and corporate and all of that jazz. But then I think they had to release more tickets, so it might be close to 40 each.
Yeah,
because of the demand, which is good because what you want there is fans there. Yes, I understand sponsorship needs to be there and like broadcasting and all of that, but no one else but the fans really.
I mean, it's handy that you live in London as well.
It does help.
At Wembley. Also, you still you got
but
the London traffic still.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sometimes just getting around London's a nightmare. For anyone who is from London traveling to the game, don't drive. Just take the train. Take the train.
I think as well, it's nice that this fixture is different in recent years. It's not like a typical, like, with the top teams. Like a typical, like, teams like Man City. It's like Villa versus Crystal Palace.
No, absolutely. And this is why I'm hoping Forest do a job on City. Okay. So at least we know there's going to be someone different.
I think it's been the most open FA Cup this season.
Yeah.
Man City are really the only top team, with it, really.
They are. But they've won it plenty of times. I hope they just relax. Just focus on trying to get Champions League.
Thing is, I think Aston Villa, though, I think the pressure would be on Villa more to get a result, I think.
I think so too. And this is what I'm hoping we can utilize and capitalize on. But you know what? Look, we've got to make sure that we don't get overruled by the occasion. Just got to go there and play our game.
Doesn't going into this game, you're the underdog.
Yeah. And it suits us.
Yeah. I think Emery, though, I think he's really motivated to go one better than either Glasner. Because Glasner, last few games, he's worked out the way like Villa play, like Emery, how he sets up.
Yeah, Glasgow has done a good job this season against Emery, and that's what scares me as well because I think we've played you 3 times this season, beat you twice,
Yeah.
and drawn one. I don't want this one to be the loss. You know? So yeah,
Well,
fingers
you seem
crossed.
to be a bit. You're one of our bogey teams.
Just give us one more game of being a bogey team. The next season you can.
No, not I think in this game as well at Wembley, I think whoever scores the first goal is going to be important.
No, massively. It will be. I think if you get the first one, it will be tough for us. If we get the first one, then we can properly utilize that counter attack that we want to, and hopefully just block up the passing lanes.
All it is, it sets the tone of the game then. Look at serving an early goal, especially.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think for both teams, it's about navigating that first 10 minutes because that's when players are going to be just most nervous.
Okay.
Just the whole atmosphere, taking in the surroundings. And it's about just not doing anything stupid in that initial period where you're just kind of the adrenaline rush and, everything's building up. And then when you go, whew, then it's like, all right, can we play football now?
I just like that last minute in the face. I hope it don't knock Villa too much.
Yeah. There was an interesting stat that I think is it 8 goals after 90 minutes now?
So yeah, I saw that on Sky. Yeah, when I watched the game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like I say, if we are losing the game towards the back end, that's something that we're hoping we can then capitalize on.
Yeah, I think we need to stop Mateta. I think he could cause a lot of problems. I think for Villa.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
Try and keep him quiet. And you got like Mark Gay, I like him, the England international.
Yeah, it's a good defender.
And you got Wharton. Is he the England setter?
Yeah, he's incredible, to be honest. He's such a good player.
I love his work right.
Say.
I love his work right.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting a few too many yellow cards lately because of it, but he does put in the shift for the team.
Then you got Munoz as well. They're not just to get forward.
He just does that all game.
You don't stop running.
He doesn't stop now.
Does it go? Also, in Crystal Palace, you want to improve for the future, not just be known as a bottom half team all the time.
No, absolutely. But that will come down to our board.
Okay.
There's just been too many times where managers have gone into a season and not been backed fully.
Okay.
So hopefully, if we can do that properly, we can kick on.
Well, I'm gonna get up a graphic on the screen. Look, Crystal Palace versus Villa. Your record against us. Let's have a look at it. So the last time we played each other was at Selhurst Park. If he's forward.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got 2-2 but 2-2 again. 5-0, obviously 3-1 win to us then. A 1-0 win, but Crystal Palace have got quite a good record against Villa.
No, we have. We've done okay, I mean, granted, that 5-0 win, you guys were on the beach. Like, you just secured Champions League football.
Champions League football, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. And
I don't think that game counted.
Nah, I don't count that either. And then obviously we had the game in the Carabao Cup this season where we won 2-1. Kamada scoring the winner, yeah. So
was it back at Villa Park? It was a 2-2 draw.
The league game was 2-2. The Carabao Cup game was 2-1 Palace.
That's it. The Carabao Cup one as well,
At Villa, yeah. But obviously the league game is Ollie Watkins missed his penalty.
Yeah, I remember. Well, hopefully we stop your record on Saturday.
And hopefully not.
Yeah. Yes, so we'll carry on and so we'll talk about. So, Rich, how do Aston Villa beat Crystal Palace then? What type
Um,
of play?
I would say you've got to be relentless with your attacks.
Okay.
If you constantly like constant pressure, like that, we are susceptible to a mistake. So maybe like a lapse in concentration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also, we've got to be mindful of like Tielemans because his passing
Oh, yeah.
range is
He's got
really
great
good.
vision, excellent vision.
Yeah, so we've got to somehow stop him. I think I won't be surprised if Glasner tells Will Hughes just follow him around.
With the Yuri Tielemans, I think he's Aston Villa's player of the season.
Yeah, he's had a great season. Very, very good season. To be
And
honest.
he's influential to the way Villa play.
Yeah,
So, yeah, and also I think with the quick Crystal Palace, we have to watch that you not to break quickly because you've got a lot of pace sort of in your team. So we
yeah.
need to sort of
That will
cut
be
off
our
those.
best bet.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
I want to start John McGinn on Saturday as well. He's a real great
Yeah,
captain and leader for us.
he is, and his energy as well is something else that's
Yeah.
really underrated.
He doesn't stop. And the other thing that I like about him as well, I like how much he presses the team. But the opposition, he's always pressing.
Yeah, no, he's a good player. He is a very good player, to be honest.
The
I've
thing is,
always
he's
liked
been
him.
part of the Aston Villa for a good few years, a part of their journey.
Yeah, exactly that.
Because he shows a lot of passion.
Yeah, he doesn't get the recognition he deserves, to be honest.
But I think against Crystal Palace, I think Villa will start Onana and Kamara, possibly. That's the only question. What is he going to do when he starts? Kamara and Onana, it'd be interesting how we set up.
So would that put Tielemans in the 10?
That's the thing. But then where would Rodgers go? That's the only thing.
Because Rogers played on the right, didn't he, the other night?
See, kind of, he's not as effective sometimes on the right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bite my own, like, eat my own words, but I think Rogers is definitely better in the 10.
Yeah.
And Tielemans is
Yeah.
better from deep to obviously find those ranging passes.
Rodgers a bit more the striker, that's it. But one thing, Kamara and Onana, they can shield the defence. And they put up those fires as well.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Because I think we're going to win the ball back quickly. Because I think in this guy, the midfield's going to be key. I think with interceptions.
Yeah, I think Glasner will try to bypass your midfield. I think he's just going to look, all right, hitting the channels. Osmela Sarr, off you go.
Yeah.
Eze, off you go.
So he scored against us last time today as well.
Yeah, at Villa Park in the league game.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. But I think in Crystal Palace, we can't give you any encouragement that limit you to opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got to try and do the same.
Yeah, you're going to do so. I'll tell you what, I don't know who's been playing well. I think Matty Cash has been playing well the last few games for Villa.
Yeah, he's always been a good player for you, to be honest.
Because, Emery, that's another player that he's really developed, Matty Cash.
Yeah.
Because he's really sort of improved his game.
Yeah, Emery's a very good coach.
Oh, Emery's he's brilliant what he's done to the football. He's transformed the football club.
Yeah.
Because Cash, I think he's got more pace. Because I think when we took Matty Cash off against Man City, Disasi hasn't got the pace.
Yeah.
But at least Matty Cash can tackle. And he can get forward. He always get constantly up and down. So I think he could be key in this game as well.
Yeah, and he's got a very good cross as well, so we got to be mindful of that.
Yes. And also, do you score many free kicks and corners?
We're actually second in the league, I think.
All right, so we need to make sure we defend set pieces then.
Yeah, but I think we're second behind Arsenal. So that's funny enough. We went like nearly 300 games or something stupid like that. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but we went a lot of games without scoring from a corner. I think it was 300 corners and we hadn't scored from one. And
Yeah.
this season, I think we scored from like 10.
Yeah, so there's somewhere else where you could hurt us. I think set pieces.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna get another graphic on the screen. So I've got events coming up. Just get on the screen. So me and Michael Huggins, we have arranged a charity event. We're raising money for Acorns Children's Hospice. Friday the 2nd of May, 7:30 p.m. start. You can either donate £10 online, or you can or £10 on the door. It's going to be a great night. We've got some Aston Villa podcast royalty, some great special guests involved. We're having a DJ and a raffle, and some great prizes to win. Prizes to win. They've got like tickets for the Aston Villa versus the Fulham game is one of the prizes. And the special guests we have Frankie Maguire for All Villa No Filler. We have Hannah Gowan for the UTV fan channel. Justin Hawthorne for the UTV fan channel. And me and Paddy Kelly will be doing interviews. Which for the Paul McGrath podcast. So it's a night you don't want to miss, so make sure to come along. Thank you.
That's incredible.
Well, so Rich, so as a Crystal Palace fan, what's in your mind of your FA Cup journey so far?
It's been good. I mean, we've been fortunate that Fulham were the only Premier League side that we had to face in our running. But it's cup football. You've got to beat who's in front of you. So we beat Stockport County 1-0. That wasn't the best of our performances from us. We then beat Doncaster 2-0. Once again, I think Doncaster played very well. And it was just quality in the final third that showed for us. Then we had the game against Millwall, which was obviously massive for us.
Never the derby.
Yeah. Massive London derby. We hate each other. You could tell, obviously, as the keeper kicks Mateta in the head, which it wasn't intentional, but it was just reckless. It was stupid from the goalkeeper. And then finished off like a really strong performance against Fulham, actually.
Yeah.
You know, who've been good as well this season.
Well, he was very dominant in that game.
Yeah, we played very, very well against Fulham. You know, so we've had a good cup run. We've had a good cup run.
Good, having a good cup run. The reason why the season more memorable.
It really does. Because otherwise, especially with a team like us, it would just be like, okay, we finished 12th again. Yeah. Sort of thing. But getting that cup run, because even like with the Carabao Cup, we made the quarterfinals and got knocked out by Arsenal. So it's the fans appreciate the effort in the cups. You know.
Yeah. The question is now, Crystal Palace, can they make that step sort of to that another next level?
It's going to take a lot of investment, and I don't know if that's something that we'll end up doing. You know, hopefully we can, because we've seen the likes of, let's say, Brentford, Fulham, Bournemouth, Brighton. Dare I say, they've all invested. You know,
it's like Brentford and Crystal Palace. For those London clubs, I got a lot of respect for.
Yeah, Brentford, they're annoying. We can't beat them. We always draw. Or I think we've beaten them once, and then they've beaten us a couple of times. It's so annoying. They're just an irritating team. But it shows how well they've done. You know, so
it's nice to see as well. what the other London teams doing well, instead of your likes of your Chelseas and Arsenals,
Yeah,
which is nice as well.
absolutely.
But Tottenham are having an awful season.
So West Ham.
Yeah. Yeah, and West Ham, yeah. We've been talking about, I think Ange, I think he's gone in the summer.
Oh,
He's definitely
absolutely.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if he wins the Europa League, he's gone.
Yeah. But going back to Ivan Glasner as well, I mean, he's done quite well in a short space of time.
He really has. He's brought about an identity, a way of playing, and he always talks about winning every game. Even with the Arsenal games, like, yeah, we're here to win the game. You know, that's his mentality, which is great to hear.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
They
really, really happy.
they need to fully back him.
That is it. That's exactly it.
You know, Emery, like, we gave him time, like, you know, and it's amazing actually. We've come so far in the space of 2.5 years.
No, absolutely. So, if you can follow that model, hopefully we will see. I'm not expecting to get Champions League, but I will take a Europa Conference League qualification. I would just love to experience Europe at some point.
Where's the highest Crystal Palace could finish?
We're still in the running for 8th, but we're like
that would be a
we're
bad season if you could try and get that.
yeah, we're outsiders though, because I think we're still 4 points behind, 4 or 5 points behind Bournemouth. You know,
Yeah.
and we've got tough fixtures, to be honest.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the FA Cup semi-finals. There's a few mixed opinions about this. So what's your thoughts about playing the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley?
I can see why there's mixed opinions, you know, but at the same time, that there was a period of time where it was you'd expect the top teams to continuously make
Oh yeah,
semi-finals and finals, and then you get the odd like Wigan Athletic, you know, or Watford,
oh yeah.
or even us, and if we make the semi-final, what's the likelihood we're 100% going to make the final? So for them to then put that in Wembley, it at least
I
gives
agree.
the fan base of the lower clubs that opportunity, you know. And I think it's also helped make the cup competitions, especially for sides like us, more important to at least, especially if you can make the semi-final. Can you make the semi-final? Can you get that trip to Wembley?
I think it's a great day out at Wembley in general.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But at least, like, you don't get to that final. Then you get to play at least the semi-final. But I don't get over the years, that's what old-fashioned cup ties. Because a lot of them actually been played at Villa Park.
Yeah.
For a long time, I did actually say that 57 FA Cup semi-finals were at Villa Park.
That's a lot.
Isn't it? Yeah, quite a lot. You remember that game, was it like Ryan Giggs? Was it Man United versus Arsenal?
Oh, yeah, what a finish that was.
That we went right to the other end of the pitch. That was it. Yeah, that one was at Villa Park. But I do get with some fans more than I don't like it because some people might have old-fashioned views. Because you think that getting to the final, that's the pinnacle to going to Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can see, and I guess obviously for say like the bigger clubs, especially the ones up north, like to constantly travel down back to back it is a bit much. Like for example, I think there was even a shout for where it was Man United versus Man City last season to play it maybe at St James's Park or something, which is another big stadium, so they don't have to travel as far, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe build another massive stadium solely for
semi-finals.
Northern finals. You know?
That's because they used to play a lot of like neutral grounds.
Yeah.
And also Hillsborough. And obviously Old Trafford.
Yeah. You
The
know,
likes of them.
but I'll be honest with you, and this is obviously talking as a Palace fan who we won't. I mean, I know this will be our third time at Wembley in 10 years. I'm not saying that we're going to make it often, but
It's ours in
it,
10
it,
years as well.
yeah, getting to the semi-final and hearing that you're playing at Old Trafford, it's like, oh, but getting to the semi-final and playing at Wembley, it's like,
I prefer going to Wembley. If I had to choose. I think I agree. Yeah, I'll agree with you. And also, I think there was about the traditional cup ties. Morgan Huggins actually in the comments. Villa Park's we've hosted the most semi-finals.
Yeah. Says a lot, man.
Yeah, it does. Yep. Oh, yeah, so you got Morgan Huggins. Still, Aston Villa, the only team to play at Wembley Stadium in every decade since Wembley Stadium has existed.
That's impressive.
Well, that's the interesting stuff. Well, you know that FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley, they've done it since 2008.
Yeah, long may it continue. We like the day outs.
Yeah. I've been quite a few times to Wembley. I always sort of enjoy the atmosphere. Although some fans, though, they say it sort of takes the shine away from the actual final.
Not for the fans. Not for the
fans, it doesn't. Not for fans, though, no. Really, as a fans, you want memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so are you going with your family or your friends?
I go with my friends. So
Yeah. I've got quite good seats.
Awesome.
Well, actually, I'm not behind the goal, sort of behind the corner flag.
Oh, behind the corner flag.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Mateta scores a goal and comes and gives one of those corner flags a big kick.
So I'm going to come to the final question then. So who do you think will win the FA Cup this season? And you can give an honest answer.
Palace. No. I would love it to be us. I can't look past Man City. Yeah. And this is why I want Forest to beat them. I just want it to be somebody different. Please.
Well, I'm going to go. So I think it's all going to be Man City or probably Villa. But if you know, it's like you said, like something different we need.
Yeah.
It breaks the cycle, I think.
Yeah, it's so important.
Because look at Newcastle, they won the Carabao Cup this season. So everyone needs to sort of follow in their footsteps.
100%. I'm so happy for Newcastle winning that. Once again, it just gives other teams hope.
Yeah. I think it's changing because this is actually the first FA Cup competition we've seen in years. With other teams have got a real chance to win the competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because even not even in the early rounds.
Absolutely. And like I said earlier as well, Forest, please just get rid of Man City. And at least we know we've got a new winner.
Yeah. So I was going to say, what's your score prediction?
Do I give the one with my head or one with my heart? Look, we're nowhere near favourites for this game. I'm going to be completely honest. But because of the love of my club, I'm going to go 3-2 Palace. But I'm not saying that I'm not saying that with any confidence whatsoever, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go. I think it'd be tight. I'm going to go to Aston Villa 2-1 win.
If that's the case, then I would rather you, if you're going to say 2-1, I would rather you go 2-0 up and we get a goal back than equalising or you equalise and get the winner. That would hurt.
Yeah. Well, I think actually we'll come to a few of the comments. A little look who's like, thank you for tuning in everyone tonight. Have a little look, see what comments we got here. Oh, you get Michael Huggins. Question to Rich. Which Villa player do you worry about the most for Saturday and why?
For me, it's Marcus Rashford. The reason being is because he's got experience in these games, and this is not to say that your other players won't rise up and shine. Because, like I said earlier, Asensio, Rodgers, Tielemans, Ramsey, Watkins, all amazingly good players. But Rashford's been at this stage multiple times, so he's going to have that know-how. So,
good. Rashford's been consistent. He's really proved the point to Unai Emery.
No, absolutely.
I think he's been brilliant for Villa. I mean, he has been a real impact.
Yes, he's done very well for you guys.
He's amazing. I like his pace. That could cause Palace some problems.
It definitely will. I know our backline's quick, but he's rapid.
It is. He gets really involved because even in goal involvements, not just goals, but even goal involvements. Look his assists as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game on Saturday. Whatever happens, it's going to be a great day out.
It will be. It's going to be incredible.
Well, yeah, I think that's all I've got time for, Rich.
Now, it's been a pleasure. First things first, I'm going to look out for the link to donate to the Acorn charity. I think that's an amazing cause. And also, most importantly, safe journey down Saturday, and all the best to you.
Yes, thank you. May the best team win.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, well, thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to give it a like. Make sure to give it a share. Also, if you're listening via audio, make sure to leave us a good review. That always helps. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And thank you, Rich, for your time.
No problem at all.
We're going to wrap up this episode with Villa forever and up the Villa, up the Wembley.